Hello everyone. I'm Monica. Welcome you all to the world of learning. So before begin with the chapter, I would like to ask a question from all of you that have you ever admired yourself, your personality, your physical appearance, your intellectual level? Do tell me in the comment section. I'll wait for that. So now just start with the chapter. As this chapter beautifully deals with the term how we, especially human beings, overestimate ourselves. So today we will do the next chapter, chapter 5 from book Beehive, The Snake and Mirror by Waiqom Muhammad Bashir. The story is a narrative within the narrative. The writer tells us the story which was told to him by a homeopathic doctor. As we see from the title, the snake and the mirror are the two most important things in the story. This homeopathic doctor encountered a snake. The snake fell on the doctor. When the snake saw its reflection in the mirror, it was more interested in that, and the doctor's life was saved. This chapter is created by Waiqom Muhammad Bashir. Waiqom Muhammad Bashir was born on 21st January 1905 and is one of the prominent literary figures of Malayalam literature. He was also a freedom fighter, novelist, and a humanist. His works are translated in many languages and got him worldwide acclaim. His works include Balekalakshmi, Shabadongal, etc. He was awarded with Padam Shri in the year 1962. He died on 5th July 1994. The chapter reflects on the pride, foolishness, and stupidity found in human beings. As human beings, we should not try to overestimate ourselves. Rather, we should try to establish a proper balance with the reality of life. We should always live in reality. Obviously, we have capability to change our fate, but it depends on our hard work, dedication, and truthfulness. In other words, it can be said that our dreams have no legs to walk. It has only wings to fly. Now, we shall discuss about the characters of the chapter. So in the story Snake and the Mirror, the author Waiqom Muhammad Bashir talks about a doctor who considers himself as a handsome bachelor. The doctor shares his experience of coming face to face to a snake who according to him was also astonished or struck by its own beauty. Before encountering the snake, the doctor had taken some life-changing decisions like to grow a mustache, get married to a rich fat doctor, to shave every day, maintain his attractive smile, and so on and so forth. Perhaps after encountering the snake, his thoughts changed. He recognized himself not more than a man with blood and flesh. At last, when he escaped and came the other day, he only found a sign of insult and nothing else in his his dirty vest. Now let's know more about the chapter. Now I'll summarize the chapter. The narrator of the story is a homeopathic doctor who had just started his medical practice. He lived in a small rented room which had no electric light. His earnings were much too low. One day, after taking his meals, he returned to his room at 10 o'clock. It was a hot summer day. Suddenly, he heard the familiar sound of rats. Then he lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. He took off his clothes and opened the two windows of his room. The rats moved freely along the beams. The doctor couldn't sleep because of the hot weather. So to get fresh air, he went out to the veranda. When he returned to his room, he sat down on the chair. He opened a medical book on the table and tried to read the book. There was a kerosene lamp and a large mirror on the table. The doctor looked in the mirror. He was a bachelor and an admirer of beauty, so he wanted to look handsome. He picked up a comb from the table and adjusted his hair. He heard some sound from above. Then he looked closely at his face. He decided to shave daily and to grow a thin mustache to look handsome. When he looked at the mirror, he thought that his smile was quite attractive. He heard that sound from above again. Then he got up from the table and started walking up and down the room. While he was walking, he thought of marrying some lady doctor. She should have an established medical practice and plenty of money. He thought that she should be fat also, because in case he ever made a silly mistake, she would find it difficult to chase and catch up with him. He sat in the chair again in front of the table. All of a sudden, the sound from above stopped. Then he heard a dull, heavy sound like that of a rubber tube falling on the ground. When he turned to look around, he was shocked to find a snake moving over the back of the chair. The snake landed on his shoulder slowly. Showing utmost presence of mind, the doctor neither jumped nor trembled or cried. The snake crawled along his shoulder and coiled around his left arm, above the elbow. The hood of the snake was already spread and was hardly 3 or 4 inches from his face. He sat unmoved like a stone, holding his breath. Otherwise, mentally he was quite alert and active. In this moment of crisis, he felt the great presence of God. He felt some pain in his left arm, and it seemed to him as if his left arm was devoid of all strength. He thought that even a slight movement would provoke the snake to strike him, and if it bit him, he had no medicine for snake bite in the room. It's quite astonishing that the person was a doctor himself but didn't have any medicine with him. Alright, suddenly the snake turned its head and saw its reflection in the mirror. It seemed to the doctor that the snake was perhaps admiring its own beauty. In the meanwhile, the snake unwound itself from the doctor's arm and gradually moved down his lap. From there, it crept onto the table and moved towards a mirror. Perhaps the snake wanted to see its reflection in the mirror more closely and clearly. The doctor got up from the chair, still holding his breath. He quietly went out of the room and started running speedily. He ran and ran till he reached a friend's house. Then he smeared oil all over his body and took a bath. Next morning, he went to his room to collect his things with his friends. To his surprise, a thief had stolen all his things except a dirty vest. There was no sign of snake either. So student, what message do we get from this chapter? This story conveys the message that one should never be proud of one's beauty, strength or achievements. The fear of death makes a person realize how futile the worldly achievements are. It is faith in God and modesty in thoughts which make a person strong. The doctor in the story is cured of his arrogance after a close brush with death. I hope you have understood the chapter. Thanks for watching.